What were you doing when you were 19 years old? Maybe you were stressing over college exams, trying to figure out what career to pursue, or just enjoying the freedom of youth. For Aadit, Palicha and Kaivalya Vohra, 19 was the age they decided to drop out of one of the world's most prestigious universities to build a company that would soon be valued at over $7 billion. This is the incredible story of Zepto and the two teenagers who changed how India shops. The story begins not in a boardroom, but in Dubai, where Aadit and Kaivalya grew up as childhood friends. They were the kind of kids who were always tinkering, always questioning, and always dreaming of building something big. They shared a passion for technology and a relentless drive to solve problems. Their academic brilliance earned them both a spot at Stanford University's coveted computer science program. It was the dream of a lifetime, the golden ticket to Silicon Valley. But sometimes, destiny has other plans. In early 2020, the world shut down. The COVID-19 pandemic forced students everywhere to return home. Aadit and Kaivalya found themselves back in Mumbai, taking online classes from their bedrooms. During the lockdown, they noticed a glaring problem. Getting groceries delivered was a nightmare. Delivery slots were booked for days in advance. People were struggling to get basic daily essentials. For Aadit and Kaivalya, this wasn't just an inconvenience, it was an opportunity. They realized that the traditional e-commerce model was broken when it came to everyday needs. People didn't want their milk and bread tomorrow, they wanted it right now. They launched their first venture called KiranaKart. The idea was to partner with local grocery stores, the Kiranas, and deliver items within 45 minutes. They hit the streets of Mumbai, talking to shop owners, trying to convince them to join the platform. But KiranaKart didn't work out as planned. The logistics were too messy, the quality control was too difficult, and the 45-minute delivery time wasn't fast enough to truly disrupt the market. The venture failed. Most teenagers would have given up and gone back to their Stanford classes. But Aadit and Kaivalya aren't most teenagers. They realized that to guarantee speed and quality, they couldn't rely on third-party stores. They needed to control the entire inventory. They pivoted to a dark store model, setting up small, highly optimized micro warehouses in dense neighborhoods. And they set an audacious, almost impossible goal: 10-minute grocery delivery. In 2021, they officially launched Zepto. The name comes from zeptosecond, a mathematical unit of time so small it's almost unimaginable. It was a bold promise of unprecedented speed.
To make 10-minute delivery a reality, they had to engineer every single second of the process. They designed their dark stores so that the most frequently bought items were closest to the packing stations. They built advanced algorithms to predict traffic, weather, and demand. When an order came in, it was picked and packed in under 90 seconds. The rest of the time was for the delivery rider to navigate the neighborhood. The response was explosive. Customers couldn't believe it. You could order ice cream and it would arrive before it even had a chance to melt. Zepto became a sensation. Investors took notice. In a market dominated by massive giants like Swiggy, Zomato and Blinkit, these two 19-year-olds were raising hundreds of millions of dollars. They became the youngest founders of a unicorn startup in Indian history. Today, Zepto operates hundreds of dark stores across India's major cities, processing hundreds of thousands of orders every single day. Their valuation has skyrocketed to over $7 billion, making it one of the most valuable startups India has ever produced. But for Aadit and Kaivalya, now in their early 20s, the mission remains the same. They are still obsessed with execution, still deeply involved in the day-to-day operations, and still driven by the desire to build a generational company. They proved that age is just a number. They proved that you don't need a Stanford degree to build a world-class technology company. You just need a deep understanding of a consumer problem and the relentless grit to solve it. From childhood friends in Dubai to the kings of India's quick commerce revolution, Aadit, Palicha and Kaivalya Vohra didn't just build an app. They changed the fundamental speed of modern life. They looked at a world that said, "Please wait," and they responded with,
How about right now? Their story is a reminder that the most powerful ideas often come not from a lecture hall, but from simply paying attention to the frustrations of everyday life. They were 19 years old when they bet everything on an idea that most people thought was impossible, and they won. If there is one lesson from the rise of Zepto, it is this: speed is not just a feature, it is a philosophy. And when you are truly obsessed with solving a problem, no barrier, not age, not experience, not failure can stop you. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please share it and subscribe for more incredible journeys of the founders' sheep.